I'll try to keep this pretty brief. I got three high level points I want to touch on here. One is like a lot of people have mentioned before, met a decent number of you. There are also a few people here that I haven't met. Want to introduce the Bitcoin Policy Institute. We're a think tank researching Bitcoin and other open monetary networks. We established our organization just a few years ago, and ultimately what we wanted to do is create a space for more academic, more epistemic credibility when it comes to Bitcoin and crypto policy, right? So we are officially a 501c3 organization. Obviously, we engage in spaces like this. We talk to various people in industry, various trade organizations, but ultimately, I think the primary value of our organization is we try to be a layer removed from the broader Bitcoin and crypto industry. At this point, we have 20 academic fellows who are producing research and policy analysis on Bitcoin and other crypto-related issues. We've been focused on central bank digital currencies for the last couple of years, been focusing on digital decentralized identity. So a lot of, again, crypto adjacent issues that don't necessarily, come down to what is a security versus what is not. One thing to flag, three of our fellows recently wrote a book. It's essentially making a philosophical case for Bitcoin. We've been supporting, we support all of our researchers through independent academic grants. This book is going to be used as the foundation for a lot of, college classes. And so what we're really trying to do again is kind of take an approach that is, yes, policy oriented, but also broader than that, more on the academic side as well. So we've been partnering with organizations like Cornell Tech Policy Institute. We just did an event at the UCLA Law Center, or Law School, excuse me. So that's a little bit of an overview about our organization. We're hosting a graduate colloquium in a few weeks for a bunch of graduate students so that they can read about Bitcoin, talk about it in an academic space, and then go back to their universities. We're going to be hosting having a thesis prize. So, giving a prize for the best Bitcoin or crypto related thesis. So if any of this is of interest to you, please reach out. And then on top of that, we're doing a lot of work on the Hill. So the thing I wanted to flag is we're hosting a conference in 2 weeks. Everybody hosts a conference. I know, feel free to, fall asleep right now. But we've got the Bitcoin Policy Summit in 2 weeks. A lot of you are already coming. If you can be there, that'd be amazing. Please reach out. Thing I want to make very clear, right? We're the Bitcoin Policy Institute, but I'm also sitting here in this room, right, talking to a broader crypto community. And the reason I mentioned that thing I want to stress is this is not a hostile environment, right? You get a lot of Bitcoin maximalists who would not be in this room and would not really want to engage. We're the Bitcoin Policy Institute because we think it's important to carve out distinct discussions in the crypto space, not because, we think everything else is horrible and a scam and we shouldn't engage with it, right? So ultimately, we think having Bitcoin-specific conversations opens the door for DeFi-specific conversations, for stablecoin-specific conversations, for CBDC-specific conversations, et cetera. So just want to make that very clear. Please reach out. We're willing to engage. And then finally, the last thing I want to flag is Bitcoin mining, right? There's been, I think, a propensity in the crypto space sometimes to say, hey, Bitcoin mining uses a lot of energy. Let me tell you about this amazing thing called proof of stake and why Bitcoin sucks and why crypto and DeFi is so amazing. Again, we'd really hope that this is a less hostile environment, right? I think if you learn anything from being in crypto, it's that just because you can throw somebody under the bus in one moment doesn't mean that you're not up next on the chopping block, right? So ultimately, Bitcoin mining, increasingly, we're viewing this as flexible load. It is essentially monetization of excess energy, right? And so viewing just data centers, high performance compute as monetization of excess energy, ultimately, we're not trying to create value judgments on valid or invalid uses of energy. We'd encourage that type of conversation around Bitcoin mining. If you're interested in learning more, engaging with any of our academics and researchers, please reach out. Love to have you at the summit. Please reach out. Thank you so much for your time.